What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Today we're going to be doing a video on a valve adjustment for a DD15. This is a 2012, 2013 truck, and I think the process is going to be the same whether it's a 2010, 11, 12, 13, and I think pretty much all the way up to 14, 15. I don't know if it changes on the newer style engines, but this particular one is what we're going to be doing the valve adjustment or your tune-up on. This is what you're going to need to essentially get this going. This is going to be your little tool or device that's going to bar over your flywheel. Okay, this is your timing pin that's going to go where your cranking sensor goes. Now there is a part number on here. Let me flip that over for you guys and you can take a look at that. There you go, 470. That is your part number. Again, that is your timing pin. I'll show you where that goes in a second, but I want to show you this little device. Now you don't need it, but I highly recommend it. This way you do find that your timing is correct, your top dead center. This is your little contraption that you're going to need to bar over your engine, and that too has a part number. There we go, if you can see that on there, 904. Okay, that's the part number. Okay, this is going to get mounted underneath your flywheel housing. You're going to need your socket. This is about a 1/2 inch socket that you're going to use. This is essentially just going to get mounted right on there. And you're going to need your ratchet. That's pretty much it. This will bar over your engine. Okay, and this will at least take you to where you need to go to rotate your engine. Now the rotation is very simple. Once you find your top dead center, I'll show you how to do that. You're going to insert your timing pin, and that will secure that you have your TDC either 1 or TDC 6. Okay, again, this is what you're going to need to rotate and make sure you've got the right time set for your. Okay guys, so when you are rotating your engine, I just wanted to show you a flywheel. Okay, this is the flywheel for the DD15, DD13. Now when you rotate it underneath, obviously these are the gears where your starter will engage. Okay, underneath, okay, when you're looking, this is what you're going to find, okay, or what you're going to see. You're going to see this little divot or time. That is your timing mark. Okay, this is what you're going to look at underneath. Okay, when you're rotating your engine, I'll show you where it will align, and you need to look for this particular point. Now I'm trying to show you as best I can. Okay, now underneath, obviously it's going to be very dirty, very grimy, but that little divot, that little dimple is what you're going to look for. Okay, then you're going to insert your timing pin where your crank sensor goes or your flywheel position sensor goes, and then that'll pretty much secure that yes, you are TDC 1 or TDC 6. Again, this is what you're looking for. Underneath, that's pretty much what it will look like. Here's the back of a flywheel on your DD15. Underneath, this is what you're going to be pretty much seeing. So underneath, you're going to be in this general vicinity. Okay, and this is what it looks like obviously when the clutch is removed. This is where your timing pin is going to get inserted. Okay, it's going to go right through here. Now if this were rotating properly, that timing pin that I showed you, okay, essentially is going to go right through here. Okay, and it should sit flush inside one of the teeth. Okay, when it does, and that timing pin that and that timing mark on the flywheel shows up right underneath here, okay, then you know you are at the correct TDC 1 or TDC 6. Oops, again, underneath here, look for that little divot or dimple. If you find that and the pin sits all the way in, then your timing is correct. If it's not, obviously this will not sit flush. When this sits flush, okay, this down here, this body will sit flush with the housing. This pin will go into its correct spot, and then at that point you are TDC. Okay guys, so this is just a side view, and this is mounted onto an engine that I have here in the shop that we're going to be possibly doing an overhaul on, or complete overhaul. Now this is the tool that you're going to use to bar over the engine. Now, I'm pretty sure you can use a screwdriver, a flat screwdriver, and rotate it. This makes it a lot easier, and it gets mounted up literally right up underneath the flywheel housing. Now normally you're going to have a bunch of power cables, ground cables. You're going to have some other I believe the oil supply lines are going to be probably in your way. But again, this is just to give you a general idea of what it's going to look like when you have that tool mounted on there. Okay, now you can use probably a wrench. I just use this ratchet that I was showing you guys earlier, and literally, sorry guys, I'm trying to, literally goes right in there. Now this engine's not going to rotate because the engine itself is seized up, but to get you a general idea, that's what it's going to look like. You're going to rotate the engine. Now always rotate in the natural order that the engine will go. Okay, so if it goes clockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever. Again, the natural rotation is what you're going to want to do. And again, that's what it looks like. Okay, and rotate that, and underneath here, let's see if I can hopefully get you guys a view. Okay, underneath there, okay, that's where you're going to look for that dimple or that divot that I was telling you about. Okay, you're going to see this little square. Let's see, there we go. Okay, see that little corner right there? That's what you're going to match up or align with that little divot. Once it rotates and comes around, stop, insert your pin. If your pin is flush, like I showed you guys earlier, then you're going to be timed correctly. And again, you're going to verify whether you're TDC1 or TDC6. Now, either way, it doesn't matter which one you are, just really determines on which ones you're going to adjust first. And I'll show you the adjustment in a second, the procedure. And again, that's really what you're going to do right there. Again, you're going to look for that little black piece, that little corner, and it's going to match up. When this starts to rotate towards it, stop it, verify your pin. If your pin is correct, then at that time is all set. Okay guys, so check this out. This is where your timing pin is going to go on the side. Now this is your sensor for your flywheel position sensor, okay, or your cranking sensor. Now this sensor has to get removed. There is a little Torx screw there that holds it in place. You're going to remove this. You don't have to disconnect the cable, just simply remove it, pull it out, and again, that's where your timing pin is going to get inserted. Underneath, let's see if I can get you guys a decent view. This is the cover, or where the tool is going to get installed. Okay, you can just remove that. It's two bolts, 13 millimeter. That comes right out. Mount up your device to rotate the engine, and I'll show you that right. Okay, guys, so this is what it looks like before I actually mounted the equipment or the tool, the device to rotate the engine out. Really quick, you're going to see that this is where it's going to get mounted. You're going to need 2 screws. I don't believe that comes with the tool. Okay, this is the little timing pin or the indicator. Okay, and again, as this rotates, this flywheel rotates, this will line up right here on the corner, actually right underneath it. Okay, now it's not going to be there right now because obviously I haven't rotated the engine, but I wanted to show you that what it looks like prior to it. Let me mount it up and see if I can rotate it and hopefully get you a good visual. Okay, so now our timing is set. I'm going to go up top and show you whether I'm TDC1 or TDC6. As you can see there, okay, this is what you want to look for if the timing is set properly. Okay guys, so if your timing is set properly, I'm going to try and shine a little bit of light here. Okay, you're going to see that your timing pin is pretty much flush with the housing. Okay, you do need to remove the sensor. Okay, underneath, this is what you're going to see when you're crawling up and looking inside. Sorry about that. Okay, if you can see right there, there's your timing mark. Now it's going to almost fall right underneath it. So again, it's going to be just slightly overshadow, overcasting. And again, you confirm that your timing is right, not just by looking underneath, but you're going to confirm, sorry about that, you're going to confirm right there. Okay guys, so really quick, I want to show you guys that we are TDC6, and you're going to look for a couple timing marks. Here on the back of the exhaust, there should be a little diamond mark. Now it's not there, and that means we're probably going to be on TDC6. Okay, on here you're not going to see it because you're going to see the little timing plate that's covering. Okay, but you're going to confirm that you're TDC6 because you should have some play on the valves. Let me double check. Okay, you can hear that. That usually means you're TDC6. See? TDC6. Now if you go to TDC1, if you go to 1 just to verify, okay, it's going to be hard because you're going to be on a compression stroke, or essentially the valves are not going to be in the position they need to be. And again, see, nothing, no movement, no chatter. So that means we're going to start our valve adjustment on 6. I'm going to show you that process in a second.